very good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are fine. So this is the 6th video session and it is the final video session of chapter 3, classification of organisms. So in the previous video sessions we were discussing about 5 kingdom system, right? So we have already completed the discussions about kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and kingdom Fungi. And kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. These two are the remaining two kingdoms. We will study these two kingdoms in this video session. Okay, so let's start today's video session. So now we will discuss about the general characteristics of kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae includes the plants. So what are the general characteristics of plants? First one is they are multicellular organisms. That means their body is composed of more than one cells, and they are also eukaryotic. That means their cell contains a well-defined nucleus. Third one is a thick cell wall is present which is made up of cellulose. So their cell is covered by a protective membrane. Okay, so outside the plasma membrane another protective membrane is there in the outside of their cells, that is called cell wall, and it is very thick due to the presence of cellulose. Okay, next is there is presence of vacuole inside their cells. Okay, next is their cells contain a photosynthetic pigment that is called chlorophyll, and which is inside the plastid. And for this reason in plants we can observe autotrophic mode of nutrition. That means they are able to make their own food by the process of photosynthesis, right? So these are some general characteristics of Plantae. And the next general characteristic of kingdom Plantae is that mostly they are non-motile and they live anchored to a substrate. Now this one is very important property of them, that they need a substrate in order to stand straight or in order to support their structure. We know that plants, they remain anchored to the soil, or maybe they remain anchored to any other substrate to support their structure, to stand straight. In order to stand straight they need a substrate. That is one important property of kingdom Plantae. Okay, so now plants are further divided into 4 divisions based on their body parts, vascular tissues, seeds and fruits. So you will learn about these divisions in details in your higher classes. In this class, this much only you have in your syllabus. Now we will see some examples of kingdom Plantae. See the pictures. There is a picture of moss, then ferns, wheat, rice, pea, etc. Okay, so these are some examples of kingdom Plantae. Now we will move to our next kingdom, that is kingdom Animalia. Okay, so our next kingdom is kingdom Animalia. Now kingdom Animalia, this is the largest group among all the living organisms. That means this is the largest kingdom. Okay, kingdom Animalia includes multicellular and eukaryotic organisms like kingdom Plantae. Okay, however their mode of nutrition is heterotrophic. So these are heterotrophic organisms and they are dependent on plants for their nutrition. Okay, so these are some general characteristics of kingdom Animalia. We will study about this kingdom Animalia in more details in your next chapter, chapter 4. Okay, now we will see some examples of kingdom Animalia. There are many examples as this is the largest group and largest kingdom. So some examples are birds, fishes, frogs, human beings, etc. Okay, so this is all about kingdom Animalia. Here we end your chapter 3, classification of organisms. Next day we will discuss about this kingdom Animalia in details, that is a new chapter, chapter 4. So today up to this much, students. I hope all the concepts are clear. Still, if you have any doubts or queries, you need to ask me. Okay, you will get your assignment work just after watching this video. Check WASM and solve that assignment work and submit your answers. Okay, students, so here we end today's class. Take care, stay safe and keep learning. Thank you.